All right, I want to give a garden tour of this cool garden we're staying at this Airbnb in Boise. And they have a lot of permaculture design. Right here is some Russian sage in the front. Looks like a honeysuckle or honey locust, maybe a cherry. We got these like roses, this little gate protecting it's all wild out in the front. But let's just start through the arch here. We've got some datura. This is a grape arch. You can see how they've got two plants on either side growing over cattle panel. And there are some grapes in here, just getting started. A little early for all that. Look at this giant elderberry. This is a huge elderberry. This looks like, so the whole yard is filled with like apples and peach trees and plums. But they've got all these wildflowers. Okay, so look at the back little deck space here, and they've got this beautiful garden with calendula and larkspur, all these tall purples called larkspur. Got some milkweed. I saw some baby quail walking through this earlier. Some roses. And the whole ground is just mulch. It's just wood chips and like sunflowers. These are all sunflowers here. More milkweed. More of the just random flowers. Got a little sagebrush growing in the back. And they've got all their brush piles, which they turn into mulch. And they've got logs. They've got all this stuff they've cut down. There's like, this is all animal habitat too. There's quail in here right now. Oh yeah, I just scared out. You see him? Yeah. California quail. And there's babies in here. There's definitely babies. I saw them earlier. I'm freaking them out. But this is a big English walnut tree right here. So you got the kind of compound walnutty leaf. Those are like little walnuts. And they'll produce, just the classic walnut that you get in the store. There's actually a train track behind here. A little pump house. Again, this is another elderberry, a huge one. And they've got all this like irrigation that they run through here. Just kind of flood the fields. Just a little juniper. Train tracks. And this is just kind of like a wild space in the back that they haven't done anything with. Next to the train tracks. Just kind of got some sunflowers there, it looks like. This looks like a willow. Maybe they're planting, but some wildflowers. Got a couple of elm trees here, some old elms. And this is another type of elm that my parents have. I'm not really sure what kind it is. Again, this is all just mulch and dirt. And let's see, we got some sort of fruit here. Maybe this looks like a peach, a little soft. And this is probably a peach. We've got, this is a catalpa here and some Virginia creeper. But behind here is actually, this whole area is a chicken coop area. It's all fenced in and protected by this vine, the Virginia creeper. Got a silver maple growing right there. Nice big tree. Just some, these are like chives or something, garlic maybe. More milkweed throughout. Again, just kind of note the wildness. We gotta go through here first. Just letting things, and this is all planted as of like maybe 15 years ago. 15 to 20 years ago, they first bought this. It was just like an abandoned lot, basically, that connected to the train. And they just transformed this whole acre. It's about an acre. And the house is actually made of straw and other, sorry, that's not focusing. Other compounds from the property, compounds. Just like found stuff. They just found a bunch of stuff and made it happen. I think these are peaches. These are like apricots right here. Like the inside, something clearly has been eating. A lot of Virginia creeper down here. Looks like maybe another walnut over here. It got planted. Ooh, that is bright. I cannot see anything. So they got this enclosed garden, which it looks like, I think they've got some peppers in here. Maybe some tomatoes or some, oh, we've got corn. There's corn there. Maybe that looks like thyme or marjoram. Something like that. I think I see a, what is that? That looks like a pepper. What's over here? Oh, God, sorry. This looks like a pear tree. This has got a double fence to keep out the deer, I suppose. They got some watering system right here. Oh God, why is the focus so bad? Focus on that, there you go. Some marigolds, Anaheim, like lots of tomatoes. But sometimes they just, like, we've been here before and they've just had squash, just like growing all throughout this, like pumpkins. They just let whatever grow, and the rest is just filled with wood chips. And so they must do a lot of weeding, we suspect, but still letting just whatever's native kind of come in. Those look like currants, maybe. Look like a few more planted trees. These look like, I think these are cherries. Like a larkspur. That could be another walnut. It's possible. This look like blackberries or roses, maybe. This looks like a rose. Raspberries. Yeah, lots of raspberries kind of down low. I think these are more plums or apples. This looks like an apple. Another big elderflower. More raspberries. Look at this low raspberry land. These puffy grasses. I mean, to me, this is a really sort of aspirational type of property. And maybe I'm crazy for that. Maybe, this is a little bit too advanced, but I don't know. This is exactly what I think of as being the ideal sort of lawn, just full of nature, full of food, full of life, and just a beautiful place to be. I mean, we saw quail, we saw goldfinches, we had hummingbirds, there's a squash. So, yeah, that's this little place that we like to come to in Boise.